The migration crisis striking across Europe at the moment is one of the least understood stories of our time. There is a claim that this is a crisis caused by refugees, by people coming to Europe because they are fleeing death, destruction, genocide, ethnic cleansing. Now, most of the people who came into Europe in the last year are not Syrians. They are not people fleeing the Syrian civil war. The people who have been coming to Europe in the last year, by the millions, are from all over Africa, not just from North Africa, but from Sub-Saharan Africa. They are from all over the Middle East, from the Far East, from as far away as Bangladesh, and, of course, from very close to home in the Balkans, people using the opportunity that Chancellor Merkel gave last year to move from the Balkans into Germany. Most of the people coming to Europe who came in the last year are not refugees, they are economic migrants. They are seeking a better life. Now, Europe cannot be the place where everybody in the world who wants to seek a better life is allowed to come and settle. It's not possible for economic reasons, it's not possible for geographical reasons, it's not possible for housing, welfare, or any other reasons, and it's not possible for cultural reasons. But Chancellor Merkel and the European Commission last year allowed the doors of Europe to open, and then of course we saw with the internal free movement of peoples within Europe the impact that that has. How do we know that most of the people who are coming are not even legitimate refugees? We know it because no less a source than the European Commission itself has now told us as much. Earlier this year, in an interview, Frans Timmermans, Vice Chair of the European Commission, admitted in his estimate at least 60% of the people who came to Europe last year have no more right to be here than anybody else. That means in a country like Germany, there are at least 750,000 people who came last year who ought not to be in Germany. It means that in Sweden, there are around 80,000 people in that country who came in last year who have no right whatsoever to be in Sweden. Now, anybody who thinks that the German government is going to start deporting 750,000 people anytime soon, or the Swedish government is going to deport 80,000 people anytime soon, never mind the people who shouldn't have been there from previous waves of immigration, can't have been paying attention. What this means is that all of the people who are into Europe are going to stay. And that means not only that those people in the years ahead will bring their family members and will end up having the right to do so. It means that this year and this summer, more people will come again, and more people after that, and more people after that. The people who run our continent, the European Commission, Angela Merkel and others, have presented the European peoples with a problem for which they, the European leadership, have no solution, none at all. One of the other things that is so striking in this, of course, is, and you can tell this if you go to any of the points of entry, whether the Italian islands or the Greek islands, this is a very strange refugee crisis because the vast majority of the people coming in are young male. Ordinarily, people fleeing wars would be of both genders, young, old, male, female. This is overwhelmingly young men. And the questions are obvious. If these are legitimate refugees, where are the women? Where are the children? We've started to see the consequences of it. Is it surprising that there has been a crisis, not just in Germany, but in Sweden, elsewhere, of violent sexual assaults on women, when very large numbers of men, single men, come into Europe? The young men who come into Europe at the moment, Chancellor Merkel pretended at one point last year, could do the jobs that need doing in Germany. She pretended that this could address work shortage problems in Germany. If you have a set of jobs in Germany that need fulfilling, why on earth wouldn't you fill them with the young people from Italy, Greece, Portugal, and other European countries who are unemployed at the moment? We're talking about countries in the south of Europe with between 25 and 50% youth unemployment. Why would you not use those people to help the German labour market if the jobs are there? But what we've seen is young men walking through those countries, walking through Italy, through Greece, through these countries with youth unemployment problems, into Germany, and Chancellor Merkel pretending that these people are going to be this generation's paediatricians and opticians and doctors and nurses. The British model of integration is bust, the French model's bust, the Swedish model's bust, the German model is more bust than any other. So that is where we are before this summer's migrant crisis really gets underway again. Here we are, continuing to import all of these people from all of these different parts of the world and all of these different cultures, overwhelmingly young, overwhelmingly male, and nobody any longer really believes that they're going to become Europeans. So what are they? And what are they going to become? This is Douglas Murray, speaking for the Gatestone Institute in London.